Hi there, welcome to live stream yoga with Louise. Tips and cues to keep you safe and strong on the mat. Today we are playing circuit style to strengthen and condition. As always, play where you are, modify if you need to, rest when you need to. You ready? Let's hit the mat. We're going to start off today coming into a plank or a table hold. I'm quickly going to demo both. If you're coming into the plank hold, set yourself up in 4-point kneeling. Step back the legs one at a time and hold your plank steady for a slow count of 10. If you're coming into a tabletop hold, 4-point kneeling, strong back line, core engaged, and you're going to hold for 10. Pick your poison. Let's do it. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Relax your knees to the floor. Keep your toes tucked under if you can, or you can relax the tops of your feet if the arches of your feet are taking too much strain. You're going to come into a high kneel. We're going to take it into a camel lean, but we're going to hold the lean and play. Start kneeling up nice and tall with your shoulders, your hips, and your knees in one long line, and relax your hands to the top of your thighs. Give me a camel lean off the center line. Hold it. Then float your arms up in line with your shoulders and back down for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, we're coming back into our table or our plank. If you're playing in plank, you're going to give me a narrow stance, so feet flush along the midline, and you're going to tick-tock, toe tap out to the side of the room and back. If you're playing from 4-point kneeling, you're going to give me a narrow knee stance, so knees clip together along the midline of the body. You're going to draw one knee out to the side, and you're going to alternate side to side. Wherever you're playing, you're giving me a long neck, back and neckline, so you're not dropping your head through the neck, through the plank line, and you're keeping your core strongly braced. Pick your poison. Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Relax your knees, keep your toes tucked under if you can, and find your way back into your camel lean position. We're going to dip off the center line. Start with the arms at shoulder height. You're going to float one arm up and then the other arm up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The whole time holding that camel lean, getting an awesome stretch into the top of your thighs and the lower belly. I'm going to call that 3, 2. Last one, those thighs should be speaking to you. Find your way back into your plank line. We're going to do a contralateral toe to fingertip tap. So finding your plank line, you're going to kick opposite leg through, tap with the opposite hand, and you're going to play side to side. If you're playing from 4-point kneeling, you're going to keep both hands grounded to the mat, and you're just going to think, drawing your knee across the midline of the body as if you wanted to tap to the opposite elbow. Pick your poison. We're going to shoot for 10. 10, 9, 8. Keep belly to spine. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Relax your knees, come back into your camel lean, keep your toes tucked under if you can. This time, arms at your side. You're going to find your camel lean, hold it. You're going to float your arms up into T and back down to your start position, shooting for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. You know where you're going to now? Let's repeat the circuit. Find your plank or your 4-point kneeling hold. Let's go. 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, relax the knees to the floor, keep your toes tucked under, find your camel lean, hold it, hands begin at the top of your thighs. Peel off the center line, float up to shoulder height and back down. Let's do 10, 9, 8, look for that stretch, 7, 6, 5, keep your core braced, 4, 3, 2, last one. Find your way into a narrow plank or a narrow 4-point kneel, and we're going to tick-tock out to the side. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, keep your core braced, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Relax your knees to the mat, keep your toes tucked under if you can, and set up your camel lean. We're going to start with the arms at shoulder height this time. Dip off the center line, float one arm up, and then the other. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, contralateral toe to fingertip tap, or just draw your knee across the midline from 4-point kneeling. You ready? Set up your starting line and begin. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Find your way into your last set of camel leans. This time, arms along your sides. We're going to open up into T. Find your camel lean, hold it, and begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Find your way into a high seated staff pose towards the front end of your mat with enough room to fully extend your legs. You're going to sit up nice and tall. We're going to take it into some tabletop holds alternating between staff and the tabletop. Sit up nice and tall on both of your sit bones. Legs are long and extended and braced in parallel. You're going to begin with your arms floated out in front. Then you're going to bend the knees, ground the feet, fist your hands, slide them back behind your hips, scooch up into a table, and then ease your way back to your start position. Let's shoot for 10. You ready? Let's go. 10. 9. Try to keep the weight distribution equal on your arms and your legs when you push up into the tabletop line. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2, and then we'll bring it into a boat hold from here, and we'll start really basic. So when you're ready, after your last set of tables, you're going to bend the knees, ground the feet. You're going to give me an L lean back just off the center line, either fingertips on the mat or fingertips behind your thighs, and hold. But try to use less holding onto your legs and the mat and more core engagement, so pulling up from the pelvic floor to hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Relax back down into your staff-like pose. Feet open, hip width distance apart, actively braced. You're going to fist your hands once more, wrists looking into the center line. You're going to nod your chin to your chest. You're going to look down towards your pubis, and you're going to lean forward, not backwards. Slightly, you're going to push off your knuckles, and you're going to try to lift your bum off the mat. We're going to do 10 lifts. You ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pull belly to spine as you lift that bum off the mat. So think of pulling up a zip from your pubic bone towards your belly button. And now I've lost count. I'm going to call it 4, 3, 2. More work, less talking, Louise. All right. As you bring it down, we're going to find our way back into the boat line, and this time we're going to try to extend the legs. Bend your knees, connect the soles of your feet to the mat, either fingertips on the floor or softly brace behind your thighs. You're going to lean back off the center line, find your table line first, and then extend the legs, either holding or choosing not to hold. Pick your poison and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Find your way back into your table line. We're going to combine the table lift and that little bum lift, but we're going to do a bum push through this time. I'll do a quick demo. You're going to start as you did the first time, sitting up nice and tall with the arms floated out in front. You're going to bend your knees, ground your feet, fist your hands, slide them back behind you, push up into the tabletop hold, and then as you come down, you're going to push your bum through your hands and then push back up into your table. We're going to shoot for 10 repetitions. You ready? Let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Should be building up a nice sweat now. We're going to come back into those boat lines. We're going to try and find more work through the core, combining leg line 1 and leg line 2 dynamically. Bend your knees, connect the soles of the feet, and this time, as you tip the weight off the tailbone, just softly brace onto your shins. So you're almost in a little tucked position. Then you're going to extend the legs, extend the arms into a little T-frame, and come back. We're going to shoot for 10. You ready? Let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep belly to spine. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Let's find our way back into our tabletop. We're going to do 10 tabletops from start. You know where you're going to. Let's begin. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Find your way into your tabletop boat hold and hold for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2. Bring it back down to seated. 10 fisted bum lifts. Remember to lean forward without rounding out your back. Keep your core engaged. Let's do this. 10, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more to go. Last one, we're going to find our way into our extended leg boat line. L lean back, extend the legs, maybe holding behind the thighs or fingertips on the floor or arms extended and hold. Let's do 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax back down. We're going to do table to bum push through. Find your extended leg line. Sit up nice and tall. Bend your knees. Push up into table. You're going to push your bum through your hands and come straight back into table. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more to go. Power through. Last one. Find your way back down onto the mat. We're going to find those little crunchy boat frogs. Bend your knees, connect the soles of your feet. Tip your weight just off the tailbone, resting softly around your knees. Open up into T and tuck back in. Let's shoot for 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. We're going to take it into some seated roll downs from here. And if you know that you've got a thin mat or a pronounced curvature of the lower back, or maybe your spine is just really knobbly, give yourself some padding Make sure from the get-go that you have enough room to work with an extended leg line when you need it, but we're going to start with the knees bent. Bend your knees, connect the soles of your feet to the mat, and we'll take it into some bent leg roll downs. Sitting up nice and tall with your shoulders stacked over your hips, take a big breath in. On the exhale, start to hollow out your belly, round out your back. Keep looking in towards your belly button as you peel down one vertebra at a time to float your hands overhead. Inhale, halfway lift, just off the shoulders. Then root through your feet, squeeze through the inner thighs and peel back up to your start position. Let's rinse and repeat. Use the whole exhale to peel down with control. Inhale, halfway lift just off the shoulders, then use the rest of your exhale to peel up. Let's do 4 more. Making sure that you keep looking in when you're rolling up and when you're rolling down. So keep that inward focus. We're going to end on the back for the last one. So if you do have any padding underneath the back, just gently slip it out, but keep it close at hand. Knees are bent, soles of the feet connected to the mat. You're going to interlace the hands behind your head, elbows nice and wide, and we're going to come into some chest lifts. Begin in neutral spine with a little space between your lower back and the mat. On an active exhale, tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position, imprint your lower and your mid back, scoop to peel up off the shoulders, keeping your elbows wide and your head heavy in your hands, and then inhale to float back down. Let's shoot for 10. You ready? Let's go. We're going to use a rocker to come back into a seated position from here. Find a little tabletop line, feet and knees hip-width distance apart, keeping that 90 degrees behind your knees. Brace softly behind your thighs. Hollow out your belly, round out your back as you gently rock up and down, keeping that nice rounded frame. And we're just going to shoot for 5 little rocks. And then we're going to find our way back into a high staff seat this time. Place your padding in position if you need it, and you're going to roll it down from parallel. Sitting up nice and tall, arms extended in front, big breath in to prepare. Use your whole exhale to hollow out your belly, round out your back, peel down one vertebra at a time. Inhale, halfway lift, just off the shoulders. Root through your feet, squeeze through the inner thighs, look in to come back up to your start position. Let's do 9 more. 5 more to go, halfway. Last one, and we're going to end in a supine position on the back. You're going to slip your padding out, but make sure that it's close at hand. You're going to come back into your surrender position, and we're going to find some oblique work this time, alternating side to side. Begin in neutral spine. Tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position. Imprint your lower and your mid back. Scoop to peel up off the shoulders. Lock that height off the mat. And then begin to float off center with your left elbow, with your right elbow. We're going to keep alternating side to side while trying to keep the weight just off the shoulders. I'm going to call that 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Peel back down to the mat. Give me 5 rockers to come back into a seated position. Hollowing out your belly, rounding out your back. Make sure that you're rocking only as far as your shoulder blades and back up. Keep that hollow belly, round back. Last one, we're going to play up the 2 leg lines on the roll down. So when you're ready, place your padding in position. Sit up nice and tall. Let's begin bent. Nod your chin to your chest. Roll it down 1 vertebra at a time. Peel back up to your start position and then extend the legs. And do the next one with an extended leg line. Bend your legs. Do the next one bent. So you're alternating every time between a bent and an extended leg line. Let's do one more set. We're going to end in a supine position. Bend the knees, connect the soles of the feet to the mat. And we're going to combine the last 2 chest lift movements to find an around the world movement. So you can think of it as a mini hula-like revolution that you're trying to forge with your trunk while keeping that surrender position with the hands behind your head. Start in neutral spine. Tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position. Imprint your lower and your mid back. Scoop to peel up just off the shoulders. Start moving off center to the left. Bring it to the middle. Take it to the right. And keep tracing 5 circular motions clockwise. Once you've done 5 clockwise, come to stillness and give me 5 anti-clockwise. Inhaling for half the circle, exhaling for the other half, come back down to the mat, and let's do 5 rockers to begin that little circuit again. Rocking up and down, making sure you're finding that little hollow frame through the body. Sit up nice and tall, place your padding in position, 10 roll downs with a bent leg. Let's begin. 3 more sets to go before we end in a supine position. Last set of 2. Last one, we'll roll it down and stay on the back, slipping our padding out, but keeping it close at hand. Let's find 10 surrender crunches. Tuck both hands behind your back, beginning neutral. Tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock, imprint your lower and your mid back, scoop to peel up, make the head heavy in the hands, keep the elbows wide, bring it down. Let's do 9 more. 2 more to go, then 5 rockers to find your way back into a seated frame. When you're ready, begin to rock and roll. Keeping that nice little hollow frame through the belly as you peel off the center line so that it's gravity and momentum that's bringing you down and rocking you back up. Last one. We're going to find our extended leg roll down, place your padding in position, and begin your movement. Remember to keep looking in as you roll down, and when you start to come up, don't look at the ceiling, look down towards your belly button. Use your whole exhale to peel down with control. Take a recovery inhale just off the shoulder blades, and then use the rest of your exhale to peel up. Moving steadily with control, making sure that you're keeping your legs long and lengthened. I'm going to call that halfway. Let's do 4 more before we end in a supine position. Last set of 3. Last one to end on the back, and then we'll come into those oblique chest lifts. Bend your knees, connect the soles of your feet, slip your padding out, but make sure it's close at hand. Tuck both hands behind your head. Begin in neutral. Tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock, scoop to peel up off the shoulders, lock that height in, and then begin to reach on the oblique as if you were using your elbow to tap towards your hip bone. And you're going to gently keep alternating side to side. I'm going to call that 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last set, then 5 rockers to come back into a seated frame. Making sure that you're hollowing out your belly, rounding out your back. We're going to take it into our combination roll downs from here. Let's begin bent, padding in position. Let's do it. Extend your legs on the next one. Bend your legs for the next set. Then extend. Find a gentle rhythm of your own. Make sure that you're syncing your movement and your breath. We're going to do one more full set, and then we're going to end in a supine position, and we'll stay on the back for the rest of the class. So once you're doing your last extended leg roll down, stay on the back, bend your knees, connect the soles of the feet, slip your padding up. You won't need it for the rest. Tuck both hands behind your head. We're going to do 5 around the world in each direction. Begin in neutral spine. Tilt your pelvis to the 12 o'clock position. Think hula as you peel up and trace your little hula clockwise 5 times. Inhaling for half your circle. Exhaling for the other half. Keeping the head heavy in the hands. Then change it up and let's do 5 in the opposite direction. Peel back down to the mat, relax the arms at the side. We're going to end with a little core intensive workout. And we'll start with a single leg stretch. Begin in your bridge-like setup. You're going to draw your left knee into table. You're going to scoop to peel up off the shoulders, bracing softly around the knee, and extend the other leg to 75. You're going to change sides, bending one knee, drawing it into your chest, and kicking with the other leg. And we're going to shoot for 10. Last one. Relax your head and your shoulders and your arms to the mat and keep your legs in the tabletop position. We're going to do some alternating toe taps. Make sure when you tap that you're not tapping from the knee, but rather tapping from the hip. Let's do 10 alternating singles. Tapping right and then left. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one, you're going to end back in the tabletop line and we're going to take it into a double leg stretch. Scooping to peel up off the shoulders, this time hugging both knees in. You're going to open up the arms and the legs into V and tuck back in. Let's shoot for 10. Come back into your tabletop hold. Relax your arms and your head to the mat. This time we're going to do a double toe tap. Remember, we're not hinging from the knee. We're hinging from the hip. Either halfway to the floor and back or all the way to the floor and back. Let's shoot for 10, 9, 8. Big toes are not your heels reaching for the mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Tuck both hands behind your head in a surrender-like position. We're going to find leg position 1. So you're going to tilt your pelvis to 12 o'clock, scoop to peel up. You're going to bend your left leg, extend the right, and then you're going to crisscross over Opposite armpit to knee, and we're going to shoot for 10 repetitions. Last one. Keeping your head behind your hands, we're going to hold the tabletop position. You're going to give me a single toe tap on the let's do single toe tap on the right, and then opposite armpit to knee, and we're going to cycle through. Last one. Core should be nicely burning, and we're only going to do one set for the last core. Then just gently hug your knees in towards your chest, maybe gently cradle rock the lower back out, and we'll just take it into a quick stretch sequence to wrap up today's class, either playing freestyle or you can use a strap or a hand towel. You're going to relax the sole of the left foot to the floor, and you're going to begin extending the right leg up towards the ceiling. Maybe you're bracing behind the thigh to begin with, and just relaxing into the stretch. Make your shoulders and your back line nice and heavy into the mat. Either stay here trying to straighten up that tight little kink behind your knee, or maybe you'd like to take a big toe lock using your middle index finger and thumb to grab hold of the big toe, or maybe you'd like to just use your fingertips to curl around the top of your foot. You're going to hold an A-line stretch, keeping our base leg bent today. Trying to make both shoulders nice and heavy into the mat, and you can T-shape your support hand, either palm up or palm down. Then take a big breath in and open up the right leg to the side of the room. I just want to give myself a little bit more room to play on the mat, while floating your head in the opposite direction, trying to keep your grounding bum and shoulder on the mat. Then peel gently back to the center line and change the legs. Extend your bent grounding leg and begin to bend the leg that you had fully extended now. T-shape both hands. Then place your left fingertips on the outside of the right knee. Take a big breath in. You're going to start drawing the knee across the midline. As you draw it across the midline, you're going to bump the hips off center to the right so that you can get more rotation through the hips. And you're going to draw that knee over as far as you can, not forcing the twist, just listening to your lower back, playing where you're comfortable. Trying to keep your right shoulder blade nice and heavy into the mat. Then inhale to gently come back to center. Bump your hips back into neutral. Hug both knees in towards your chest and gently cradle rock up. Bend the right leg, ground the foot, and begin to extend the left leg, maybe finding purchase behind your thigh, and just think nice long leg line, trying to open up that tight kink behind the knee. If that feels good, you can go for a toe or a foot hold, maybe beginning to T-shape your support hand, trying to make your back line and your shoulders nice and heavy into the mat. Make sure you're not tensing through the neck and the jaw. Then begin to open up your left leg to the side of the room while floating your head in the opposite direction, trying to keep your right shoulder and your right bum and foot connected to the mat as best you can. Find your way back to center. Begin to extend your right leg, bend the left leg, T-frame your hands. Use your right fingertips to reach for the outside of your left knee As you begin to pull the knee across the midline, bump your hips slightly to the left so that you can get nice rotation on those hips, and just draw the knee over as far as your lower back would like to play today. Trying to keep your left shoulder blade nice and heavy to the mat. Then ease your way gently back into center, remembering to bump your hips into neutral once you come back to the mat before you gently hug both knees in. And maybe just give yourself one rock up to come to a seated frame and close off your playtime on the mat today. Thank you so much for coming out and playing today. Till next time, keep it light.